I want a divorce.
I'm tired of marriage counseling. I'm tired of trying. I'm ready to leave. I'm ready for a divorce. I'm exhausted. I'm mentally at my capacity.
I truly thought I was gonna be with him forever. And I still love him so much, and I wanted it to be different, but it's not.
In sickness and health, better or worse, like, no. Like, so destroy myself and destroy my kids to keep a vow? Nope.
So if you're in a miserable marriage and you think about divorce regularly, go ahead and do it. You will not regret it. The thing that you'll regret is staying in that marriage longer than you wanted to and giving him years and years and years that should have been yours.
So how much did my divorce cost me? Well, this is a fantastic question. There's direct and there's indirect costs. Direct costs, I lost $106,000 out of my 401k retirement plan I spent 20 years contributing to. I also lost half the equity in the home, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, cash, and savings that I also spent 20 years contributing to. I also lost half of all the non-liquid assets like furniture, household goods, electronics, cars. Keep in mind, I paid for all of these. And this is in addition to financially supporting her and her/our daughter for 17 years, which is many hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm now broke, live in a 2-bedroom apartment, and have a negative net worth for the first time since I was, 25. Indirect costs, my job, my sobriety, my self-worth, my masculinity, my hope for the future, my ability to trust women again, my belief in God, my pride, my motivation, my physical health. I don't know, let's just say everything.
Divorced dads 10 times a day end themselves because they've come to the conclusion, I'm the problem, I'm the a-hole, remove me. They're cut off from their legacy, they're cut off from their kids, they feel rejected. And the person that I put ahead of my life, that I sacrificed for, that I love, that I put on this pedestal has abandoned me. Maybe I am worthless. Maybe I am a piece of crap. Maybe I don't deserve to be alive. And that negative self-talk drives them into the pavement and they take a permanent L. And now that pain and misery they feel inside gets rippled into the family, into the children. And the scariest part is for kids whose dads end themselves, they're more likely to do the same thing. My dad didn't stick around. Why should I?
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. It is a new day. We thank the good Lord it's a new day. Thank God it is a new day. So good to see you. Thanks for stopping by again. Yay. We're divorced. The untold lie. Divorce is never pleasant. As you can see, that's what we're trying to unpack today. What is it? What is it about the divorce that is happening so many times? I believe, according to the stats, 50% of marriages are in divorce. Only 50 or thereabout, plus or minus, are surviving. It's not pleasant. Now, I do understand there are certain cases like the DV, domestic violence, infidelity. But even then, sometimes with the infidelity, it could be worked out sometimes. I'm not encouraging it. I don't condone it. No, you should not. Because we always have to think there are consequences for every of our actions. So the first line of action is not to get into that. But I'm just saying, even with that, there might still be a potential to revive it. So we don't want to totally give up because the other side of divorce is never, ever pleasant. And we're going to go through a series of videos just to kind of show how the world portrays it, but what's really going on. How are people feeling? The people that actually go through it, the regrets, because majority of the time, most would rather have not. And I'll say this before we go into the next video. And I'm talking specifically to those who just say they're tired. I just got tired. I'm done. And the typical expression for that. They call it the irreconcilable differences. That means nothing. They have no reason. They are actually making up some reasons. So they got to have a name for it. Irreconcilable differences. Divorce is not good. It's not healthy. It's nerve-wracking. It's demoralizing. It wastes time, resources, and everything. And most times, some people don't come out of it. They may never be the same again. Which is also why it's so important to be careful before we actually decide to marry someone. We got to be very careful. We got to pray hard about it and make sure we have the peace of mind and be aligned before we do it. Marriage is beautiful. Let's not get it twisted now. Let's not get it twisted. Marriage is a beautiful thing. God made it. It is beautiful. And you can do it. You just got to take your time to make sure you're doing it with the right person. So, but today's focus is the divorce. How people make it seem like it's the best thing that happened. I've heard somebody even mention they are happily divorced. What in the world is that? What does that mean? How could you be happily divorced? Well, let's go to the next video and let us listen to this lady and see what she's saying and some of the regrets. And hopefully, from a man's perspective, from a woman's perspective, we all can learn a thing or two. Take a look at this.
You know, life after divorce. As a woman, I would honestly sit here and say, as much as I've made the decision and the choice to divorce my husband then, I also regret it. I don't regret it because I still loved him, but I regret it because I feel like I denied my children the right and the opportunity to have what people call a normal family. Now today I'm sitting with kids who are in the statistic of divorce. So as much as I've divorced, I would never ever advise anybody to go through a divorce.
Wow. She would never advise anybody to go through it. Now, this is someone speaking from experience. It's never good. That's what she's saying. Don't even think about it. Don't lie to yourself and listen to what social media, what I like to call the anti-social media, would tell you. Because a lot of times people will put things on there just from their perspective. You never know what's going on behind the scenes. Regardless, you heard this lady. Whether it's for the kids, it's for her, whether I love him or not, that's irrelevant. The fact of the matter is, there is regret. And that's what we're trying to avoid. There is no point going through it if you don't have to. Again, always remember, I like to always say this. The advice I heard from a very wise man. Marriage is beautiful. However, it's always better to remain single if you're not ready for it than to be married, trying to be single again. And how do you become single again after you get married? You have to go through the divorce, which is not cool at all. I don't advise it. I don't suggest it. Stay away from it. Well, let's listen to a couple of other videos, and then we'll listen to the last one. We'll just let it rip. There's another lady going to talk, really giving a lot of good advice, why people should stay away from it, and why the other side is not really the green grass that people make you think it's on there. The grass is always green where you water it. Let's take a look at these videos, and then we'll come back and then go to the last one. Come with me.
My future was right there. Like, it was solidified. Like, I was comfortable for the rest of my life. Maybe not mentally in my relationship, but financially, I was fine. And I gave it all up to be happy.
Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the one.
Everybody keeps thinking that I'm handling this divorce so well, and I'm not. I'm not okay.
Maybe I should have stayed. It was like stable in every other area but that. Like, is my mental health really that important?
All that fake, all that happy. Oh, I'm doing so great. I think I was in shock. And now it's coming like into reality, and I don't know.
I don't know. Is this another stage of divorce? I'm happy, but I go into these random thoughts of, you gave it all away. Like, was it worth giving away? And I know it was. I know it was for my mental sanity. I know it was for my happiness. It will all come together, but it's still terrifying to start over at this age.
I don't know what my life's gonna be like. I can't seem to remember anything bad. I just remember all the good things.
Wow. She could not remember anything bad, just the good things. Now, that's even worse. That will torment you in a much worse way than if we were the bad things, because then you feel consoled. The grass is not greener on the other side of divorce. You can see there's a lot of regrets here. And this can happen to both the man and the woman. Even though I do understand that in our society today, a greater percentage of women tend to file for divorce more than men. So there's a whole lot of regrets. There's a whole lot of friends and people around you in your ears. No, you got to do what you got to do. Always go from your sanity of you and the safety, safeguarding of your family first. Do whatever you can. If you got to go into counseling with each other, do that. It's so much better, so much safer, and it's well worth it. Especially in cases where you can salvage it, where it's just irreconcilable differences. Let's not make divorce the first resort. Let's do other things, counseling, speak to other people, involve more mature people, older and wiser people that have had marriages and still have their marriage intact. Speak to them. See what the problem is. Some cases, the problem, what you call a problem, may not just be such a great problem. You may just need another outlook, another insight into the problem, and just help you resolve it. Well, let's listen to this last lady and we'll let her rip. Talking to everybody, giving advice, what may be on the other side or what may not be on the other side of this divorce. Take a look at this. Please put your comments in the comment section below.
I'm going to say this with love. I'm going to talk to you like you're one of my coaching clients because I have ladies who actually believe this. You are 100% wrong. And let me tell you why. What one woman considers to be a good one is not the same as what another woman considers to be a good one. I have clients who regret divorcing their husbands because they later realized that what they were asking for or what they were feeling in the moment was just that, a feeling in the moment. Many women have good ones, but what I consider to be a good one may not be what you consider to be a good one. Some women think that a man who he does everything the same every day, you know exactly where he is. He's literally has the same schedule every day. They think that is boring. They think it is mundane, and they want something else. They want fire and spice and spontaneity, and they want all the things. And there's nothing wrong with that. But women divorce men for that. It doesn't mean he wasn't a good one at all. It means he wasn't a good one for her at the time. Because if that wasn't the case, even Tyrese's ex-wife, Tyrese the singer, would not have admitted to regretting divorcing him. Because he was what? A good one. Come on. This is why I end up being in this space, a life and love coach, because somebody has to be the one to get women to come in, sit down, and really think about the things that they're saying. And I'm not trying to shade you. This is how I am with my clients. I have to be, because I have to give some type of tough love or something for women to open their brains bigger than themselves. This statement is what is keeping women single or divorced, because a good one looks like so many things. But when you get accustomed to something, you forget how good it actually is because you're used to it, right? Again, this is why later on people regret.
Nothing else left to say. One thing I would like to just point out that she said that really hit me, amongst the other things she says. She said, when you have a good thing, there's a tendency to take it for granted. I'm trying to paraphrase right now. You take it for granted because you have it. So you don't realize how good you have it. You overlook it. And then when you no longer have it, then you start realizing, wait a second, wait a minute. Wait a hot minute. I had it good. The moral of the story here, from all of these videos, we've had too many cases of people just divorcing for the wrong reasons. The grass is not greener on the other side. Let's just pause. We've seen too many cases to be able to think for ourselves, to say, wait a second, I am not going to let people speak into my ears. I'm not going to let social media tell me what to do. Let me pause. This is me and my family here. Because when it's all said and done, all those other people, social media, friends, good or bad, frenemies, they're not going to be there to those court cases. They wouldn't be there with you. When you crying on your pillow at night, they wouldn't be there with you. Even though they may tell you there will be, believe you me, they will not. So let's just pause. Let's do everything else we can. As long as it's not an extraordinary case of like a DV, infidelity, even then, like we know, that could still be salvageable. We might still just be able to revive that. So let's just not make divorce the first resort. And if we're married, my advice, just take it off the table. Enjoy each other. Be nice to each other. Honor one another. Be committed to it. Do whatever you can. Divorce is not as pleasant as they make it seem. And that, my friend, is the untold lie. Please put your comments in the comment section below. Let us know what you think about this. I'd really like to know. We would like to really know. Let's have the discussion. This is all to help us out, help each other out, to be better. We got to change this narrative about a 50-50 in marriages. I know we like coffee. We like half and half. But I ain't talking about that now. I'm talking about 50% survival. And then the other 50 not making it. We got to change that. We got to make it better. We are better than that. Hey, you know how we like to wrap it up? We just like to remind ourselves that we always remember we got one life with many seasons. So let's make the best of it. Thank you so much for stopping by again. I'll be coming back with more pieces. God bless you. And I'll see you soon. You take care now. Bye for now.